Bow, bow, wow, 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 bow, bow, wow, wow, bow, wow, 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 bow, 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 bow. Hello, Creative Collective. How are you doing today? Hello, 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 hello. Is anybody there? Is anybody out there in the cyber world? If you're there, say hello. Say hello. How are you? I'm trying to find myself. Hello. How are you? I'm trying to find myself. Man, let me talk to you about what's been going on. The world has been a crazy place. We got lights everywhere. Let me get that fix that for you. My lifesaver has been pickles. I love my pickles. I'm not gonna lie. I've been sick as a dog, y'all. I've been sick as a dog. My whole family's been sick. We're better. We're better because there's a hero in all of us. Okay, there's a hero in all of us. I want to give a big shout out to Vans Comics. Got this at Vans Comics. There's hero in all of us. How y'all been? Y'all been feeling like y'all been upside down like me? That's how I've been feeling. Man, let me tell you. Hello, Padawan Nation Radio. Hello, Theo Collar. How are you? So I don't know about y'all, but I started off as an entertainer, playwright, and I want to talk to y'all about something that has been blowing my mind. It's not really paranormal, but it is artistic and it is about things that are going on in the world. So I got a very disturbing email the other day. Very disturbing email from my university, saying that they are cutting the theater program. Excuse me? They're also cutting the theology program. Excuse me? An English program. Excuse me? Right? They didn't can philosophy though. You know why? Because they would lose that battle. If you went up against a philosopher and said, "Hey, you know what? We're gonna cut your major from our university," be like, "Well, let me tell you, in a battle of wits, you are unarmed," as the great Billy Avalon would say. Um, man, let me tell you, there's so many things going on in the world today that's just it's just been nuts. It's been nuts. We've had all these things with relationships, and we've had retrograde. We had eclipses. I'm still got that frog in my throat, right? There's got to be some metaphysical thing to that, right? But I just want to tell you, if you have the ability to support your university, like my dad used to say, you can't complain if you don't vote. You can't complain if you don't vote. And as I said, that the Bill of Rights Network just tagged in. Wow, there's a hero in all of us. Hello, Nita. How are you? Welcome to the show. I think you're new here. Who's all new here? What we do here, we talk about all kinds of things that bother me, but we also talk about spirituality and things that bother me in the spiritual world and how to become better. And this is one of the topics tonight is how do we regain ourselves? How do we regain ourselves? Now, Nita, I'm pretty sure people will tell you I'm eccentric, I'm excessive, I'm crazy out there, but I'm entertaining. I am the entertaining, intuitive, eccentric medium. That's who I am. But we got all kinds of cards, and you're gonna see me running off stage left and off stage right. So we're gonna just pull some stuff. Y'all ready? Here we go. We're gonna start. Oracle of the Mermaid. Let's see what we got with Oracle of the Mermaid. And the first card we pull for Oracle of the Mermaid is Reflections. As we're looking back at ourselves, ladies and gentlemen, as we are looking back at ourselves, trying to regain who we are, right? It's very hard. It's a very hard situation. Ask yourself what you contemplate can actualize. So what you think can actually come to fruition. And here you see a lot of purple. So let's get some purple energy in here. Let's go. Ready? When you start going about your business and you're trying to regain who you are, a lot of people do this in relationships. They get out of one relationship and they're like, that person that who I was with took my identity away. But you let them take it away. You let them take it away. So what we're going to do tonight, we're going to reach out there. We're going to take our hands out in the old Baptist church fashion. We're going to reach our hands out to the people. And we're going to say, guess what? Here's your hand. Here's a hand. I'm going to help you up. But then I'm going to let you start walking yourself. I'm going to let you start walking yourself. Because if I hold your hand all the way through, then guess what's going to happen? You're going to get used to me holding your hand. And then I can't walk my path. But you got to walk your own path. And as we go into reflections, right? As we look at the reflections of the past and who we were, we can learn that there are parts of us that we don't want to be a part of. We're like, no, not today. I don't want it. No, not today. Not today. Not today, right? We don't want that. But there's some parts of us that we really want. Like I'm a writer. I love writing. And my wife, I'm going to tell you, that's how cool my wife is. So I've been wanting a laptop forever, right? Want a laptop forever. So I can start building up the creative collective again, right? Because you build it, they will come, right? Right? And so I'm getting the whole studio set up. We're about to get a new house in the near future. I just need y'all to send us some energy on that situation. As we are building our empire, we want to share that energy with you. We want to build that energy out there for you. Look at these layers here. Ask yourself what layer you are. Boom, boom. I got this great pyramid from Michael Story at the Oriental Shop. So make sure you go support Michael Story at the Oriental Shop, right? But these layers here, what layer are you? What layer are you? And also, what we got here, very important, as we transform and we go back, is snake energy. Now, I'm very reluctant to bring snake energy out because usually snake energy will come around you. And I don't want no snakes at my house. I got a little kitten cat outside, right? My kitten's been taking lizards, though. Like, I guess it's just building up its strength, getting ready for when it comes. But reflections, what we got here. As I was talking about the school that I went to, the college that I went to, decided to shut down the theater program. And it blew my mind. Just blew my mind. My mind went boom. I couldn't. How could you? And I knew that. I mean, we all knew that was coming. The pandemic destroyed so many universities and knocked us on our asses. And now the monkey virus is somewhere out there. So like, so we'll be very scared. But I'm gonna tell you one more thing. I know I'm going on a random tangent here, but so I woke up the other day like this. I was sitting like this, much like I do at the Bruins Wolf Bear Den. I'm like, and my TV. I turned on my phone, TV phone, and you know what I saw? I saw the government announcing that they're studying UFOs. You know what that tells me? We all should get on another path really quick. Because guess what? If they're dropping these hints, some shit's about to go down, right? So let's pull some more cards from the mermaid section. Oh, this is a beautiful card. It's a beautiful card. Let's see what we got. Energy field adjustment. Okay, so Theo, let's talk about that for you. What path should you take? Well, here's the thing. What path do you want to take? Right? Do you want to take the path that's going to challenge you, that's going to make you a better person, that's going to make you like boom, 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 or do you want the path to be like dan 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 dan, or do you want the path to make you go we all want to have fun. We all want to have ecstatic times. We all want to get out there. We want to share our light. We want to share our light. And we want to have reflections of the past. We can't get trapped in the past. Now, if you see here, look at this. This is very important. I want you to see this picture here. You see? Now, we don't know what this means. But I'm going to tell you what I think it means. That's the other thing. One of my colleagues was talking about shadow work the other day. And I just want to talk about that right now because I think it's very, very important. Because it goes with this. If you... Nita would like an eccentric message, please. Well, that's all I give, Nita. All right. Give me 1 second. Let me finish this real quick. This might go for you, all right? There are so many myths about the ocean and the depths and the seas, right? That have tickled our fancies, right? You have, the sailors who would be tempted by the sirens. You hear these beautiful sounds, right? Right? And you hear these beautiful sounds. A lot of times in our past, we're like, remember when I was younger? Remember when I was stronger? Remember when I could do things I never thought I could do? Remember those times? I want those times back. Because now I'm stronger, I'm prettier, I'm handsomer, I'm richer. I know a lot more shit. Can you imagine if you knew the stuff you knew back then? I mean, if you do stuff now that you knew back, if you knew the stuff that you knew now, back then, how you could take hold of the situation, how you could use the reflective property and be like, that's some mathematical bullshit right there. If I just would have listened, then maybe all these transformations that I went through my whole life wouldn't have been so painful. I would have felt like I was giving birth. I don't know what the feeling of giving birth is, but I was in the room when my wife gave birth, and I applaud every woman in the world because that shit. Woo-hoo, let me tell you. So here's an eccentric card for you, Nita. Are you ready? Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Thank you, everybody young. In peace, I live and move and experience life because I keep myself centered in inner peace. I have peace in my outer world. Why don't you look at that card real quick? Why don't you look at that card? Look at that card. Look at that card. You see that card? And then, boom. My wife's going to love this card. I am the center of peace. You have to learn how to be the center of peace. If you are not the center of peace, you are the center of what? Chaos, right? You are the center of bullshit. You're the center of being mean, right? So let's pull another card. Boom, boom, boom. Hello, Everbloom. Boom, boom, boom. Here's a card. Here's a card for Theo. Theo, you ready for a card? We're gonna rock and roll. We're gonna rock and roll. Doo-doo. Listen to my body's messages and see myself as a whole and healed. I'm taking responsibility. I'm aware there's something I can do to change. Awareness is key. I'm on the next step to my next healing. That's a beautiful card. It's a beautiful card. Doo-doo. All right. So who we got? We got all right. So we got Paranormal Nation Radio. You still listening? Is Paranormal Nation Radio still listening? Because they were in here earlier. Here's a card for them. I'm open and I'm receptive. I believe in myself. I see affirmations that reflect what I really deserve. We can't make that shit up. We're talking about reflections, and reflectivity comes in. That's what I love about this show, ladies and gentlemen. I love it so much. I missed it for the last 2 days. I missed it. I'm not going to lie. I mean, the last 2 weeks, I've missed it. We're talking about reflections, and then we have receptivity. And so that tells me that how you look at your past, and how you look at your present, and how you look to the future, right? A lot of people get caught up. They're like, I just want to be wealthy. I just want to be sexy. I just want to be happy. That's what I want to be. Can I be happy? Can I be wealthy? Can I be sexy? That's what I want to be. All right, here we go. Ready? Next card. Here we go. I release all thoughts and vibrations of confusion. Look at that. Chaos, disharmony, disrespect, or distrust. They are eliminated from my consciousness completely. I am a loving, joyful person. All right. Like it. All right, Amber, here's your card. I deserve joy, Amber. So, Amber, say it with me. I deserve joy. I deserve joy. I deserve to be like Jubilee in the X-Men. I deserve joy. All right. I deserve to be prosperous. I deserve love. I deserve joy. Look how beautiful that card is. All right. Anne Marie Young, are you ready? Here's Anne Marie's card. Here's Anne Marie's card. Here's Anne Marie's card. Ba-doom. Here's Anne Marie's card. Here's Anne Marie's card. Do-do-do-do-do. I give over my problems and I sleep peacefully. Don't y'all wish we could do that? If we could create that to give like a thing, be like, let's do it. Let's create something. Why not? Why can't we create it, right? So let's take the little bird. Here we go. Bring a little bird in. Bring a little bird in. See him? See a little bird? See a little bird? Hello, little bird. How you doing? You doing good? Mm-hmm. So all my friends out here, they got some problems. They got some issues. Man, we all have issues. Yeah, I know we all have issues. You're right. No, we should do some shit about that. Yeah, we should do some shit about that. You're right. So this little bird tonight is going to take all y'all's worries away. Okay? So we call him Little Hermes. It's Little Hermes Messenger. Okay, so we're gonna put Hermes down here for just a second. We'll come back to Hermes before the end of the show. So y'all start thinking, and well, that's good. And the rest of that card says, I release my fears and problems. I only feel peace. Virginia's going to love this card too. In my mind and body, I drift off to sleep. Okay. All right, ready? Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Okay. All right, we got another card. The unseen. The unseen. This is what comes in when we talk about reflections. The unseen. When I was writing that play years ago, and I thought I'd seen everything in the play. I thought I was like, oh my gosh. And then a great writer friend said, did you see the unseen? And I was like, what the hell does that mean? He's like, did you see the shit that caused you to write that play in the first place? I'm like, no, not really. I just wrote it. It was emotional. It was time. It was like releasing. We writers, we write because that's what we do. We write. We write. That's kind of what we do. And my friend at the time said, you've got to see the unseen. As we go back, we look in the reflections of the world, right? The reflections of who we are. How many of y'all have that jacket that you cannot fit in anymore? I have it. I'm not gonna lie. My wife's like, get rid of that damn thing. You don't need that damn jacket. You can't fit that jacket no more. I used to have these suits. I used to love these suits so much. When I was in LA, and I was getting bigger, my friend was like, dude, those suits, you look like Batman in a little coat. Batman in a little coat. Or whatever the song was from that movie. Fat guy in a little coat, whatever it is. All right. That's how I look. So I love suits. I love jackets. And, one of the things I've seen as an unseen is now when I write plays and stuff, and I write screenplays or stories, I see that I look at characters how they're dressed, and I'll be watching a TV show, and I'll be like, oh, and it's also because I come from the industry, right? And so I've been on sets, and I know how important wardrobe is. They talk about some of these celebrities who don't know the character until they put their shoes on, right? I'm that kind of way with, like, if I have a tie or whatever, because it took me forever so long to learn how to tie a tie. I was doing a play called Arsenic and Old Lace. I didn't know how to tie a tie, and I had to. The director wanted me to wear a tie, and I was like, but I love this great character, and I'll probably never get to play another character like this ever again. And I want to play him so bad. And so I had to learn how to tie a tie. And so I did it every day because, again, I'm eccentric and I'm excessive, and I do things a little wild. And so what went from being a character in a play to becoming a part of my identity, right? A part of my identity. We look at things, the energy adjustments. We look at things and we see things, but then we don't see those things that are the unseen. Like, why? Why was I wearing a suit every day? Well, because I wanted to make sure the role was great. I wanted to get in. I wanted to put in. I wanted to be like, and I felt more comfortable. And then when I went to college in Minnesota, and I had respect for the school. I'm not going to mention the name, but small Catholic school in Winona, Minnesota. That's all I'm going to say. I went there, and they did a play called Our Country's Good, which is about it's a prison camp. I don't know all the whole details, but it was a great play. I had a friend, I'm going to call him NT, great actor friend of mine. It was what taught me to go into the school when I went there. Still friends to this day. And gave me the best lesson ever. Your job as an actor. Your job is to make the other person look better. And pray and hope to God that they believe the same. Your job as an actor is to tell a story. Your job as an actor is to respect the words. Your job as an actor is to never say no. Someone says, my heart is breaking. Say they have some crazy shit on the stage. My heart is breaking, right? Oh my God. Your job as an actor is to not break that chain. Your job as an actor is to create that, to make sure you don't take away from the scene, right? But to make sure that you adjust the energy of the scene, right? Why is this person saying this? Oh, okay, we can build it up to, hey man, let's sit you down, blah, blah. That's why actors have to know. They have to know the story, the fibers, the sinews, everything. Because you never know when someone's going to go, woo. I've told the story before. I was playing. We were in RC, we were doing Importance of Being Earnest, and I played Lane. And the director, I don't know if he did this on purpose, set beautiful women in the front line, right, in the front row, and they're all decked out. It's opening night, and I wanted to play, Algernon or whoever it was. That's what I wanted to play. But all I could do, I could do British accents very well, and I can do men British accents even better at the time. So I played Lane, and it was a great character, and I completely forgot my lines, completely, and I just went on, and I went on this whole tangent about love and marriage, because I knew the play, and I knew what the play was about: identity, duality, right? And I knew what the character of Lane was, right? Unfortunately, that school has decided to take the art of theater and say it is no longer worth a major in their eyes, which breaks my heart. Breaks my heart. It really does. Okay. The day of completion. I know and affirm that I am one with the infinite power. Everything in my life falls into place easily and effortlessly. That's what you have to do with art, with paranormal investigating. Like, people will step away from it, and I'm pretty sure Things Network people can talk about it. Paranormal Nation people can talk about it. Bela Bright's network can talk about it. People will step away. They'll be like, "Hey, today I'm no longer in the paranormal world. The para-unity is not there for me. I'm not there for them. I just can't be where I need to be," right? I have to let go. I have to let God. I have to go out and I have to walk my own path, right? We've all done it. If you're a paranormal investigator, if you're a paranormal advocate, if you're an artist of any kind, there has come a time, and if you might not believe it, and you're like, "Well, it hasn't happened to me yet." Well, guess what? Time is coming for you. It will happen. It will happen out of the blue. Just like Cat Williams. Y'all watch the new Cat Williams comedy special on Netflix. Please do. He makes a very good point. How is there a chicken wing shortage, but there's not a thigh shortage? Makes a very good point. Makes a very good point. How can you not have art in a liberal arts school whose job it is to tell the human condition? How can you have kids, right? How can you have kids who don't have these programs in their school? Theater is not just about, "Ooh, I'm pretty on stage. I'm pretty on stage. Look at my hands. Look at me dance." That's not what it's all about. It's about communication. It's about humanity. It's about taking someone else's interpretation of humanity, right? Just like investigating. You can go investigate with one person, whoop, boom, over here, and then you can go to that same house and investigate with another person, boom, boom. 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to have different reactions, because spirit reacts to people, guess what? Differently. You can go to a medium, right, on a Sunday, right? And then you go to medium on a Wednesday, right? A different medium. And guess what? You're probably going to have different messages. Why? Because it's different people. Wow. Diversity is key here. And we have to learn how to have the energy and adjustment field. That's what we have to learn. We have to learn how to adjust our energies. If we want to get back to where we were, we want to get to that happy point. Like, I just want to get back to where I was, sitting under the tree, watching the river fly right by me. If I want to get back to that place, guess what I have to do? I have to find the path. My wife says that there's always 2 paths. I always say, "Oh, okay." It's a hero in all of us. I wish more schools, I wish more workplaces had this kind of philosophy. Go forth and don't let. I was watching Law and Order today, And I think one of the quotes was, "Go forth, um, don't let fear conquer you, or don't let fear invade you," or something. I was like, I've never been to a school where I've seen that, like on the walls. I think that's cool as shit. All right, here we go. I trust that my inner guide is leading me. Look at that. This is what I love about this. We only have 3 people watching, but you know what? It's a 3 people energy. It's a Trinity energy. We got one person over here on the Sutsubuchi station watching. Hello, Sutsubuchi station. Let's see who's talking over here. All right, Robin Raquel. Make sure you give Robin Raquel a big shout out. I trust that my inner guide is leading me and guiding me in ways that are best for me. My spiritual growth is continually expanding. As you expand, as you grow, as you develop, guess what? Change is going to happen. Change is inevitable. Look at this. Right? It is. It's going to happen. Okay? I open new doors to life. So let's do it. Let's open new doors. Y'all ready? Here we go. This is what I learned at second page at that university. Here's a door. Ready? We open it. Anything can be anything. It is your conviction. It is your belief. Very, very important. Very, very important. You have to learn how to be free. Right? You have to learn how to be free. If you're not free, guess what happens? You are a prisoner. Do you want to be a prisoner? Do you want to be a prisoner today and tomorrow and the next day? You have to ask yourself, how can I be free? How can I be free? I need to be free. All right. So like and share this video, ladies and gentlemen. I know there's only 2 of y'all watching right now, but I appreciate your love and your... If you have any comments, you have any questions, please just say, "Hey, Suitsy Bootsy, I want an eccentric card. Will you give it to me?" All right. Oh, guess what? Looks like somebody's fertile. Somebody's a fertile myrtle. Potential, powerful, creative energy, initiation energy. We're building, we're growing, right? I said this when we were talking, talking to some of my colleagues who went to the university I went to, and I explained to them that this is probably a great thing that happened. And it's not a great thing that is happening now, right? But it's a great thing that could be happening for the future. Because if that seed is there, build it and they will come. Speak it, and people will hear it, right? There are people who will grow and empower and get better and better and better and better and better, and they will do it because they can do it. Hello, Joshua. How are you? They will get better, better and better and better and better and better and better, and stronger and stronger and stronger. And they will. We have so many things, so many arts get put down, like the Phoenix. I call it the Phoenix Saga, and that's not the X-Men. No, that's a great saga comic book series. What I'm talking about is the Phoenix Saga. They blare up and they're explosive for years. A lot of studios did this. You had Disney in the 1980s that was like, wow, boom, and then they got Marvel and they went boom, they got bigger, right? And Star Wars. So they're full-fledged flaming right now, power strong, right? They're amazing, but they had their downfalls. Marvel had their downfalls before, right? But someone found them. Someone reached their hand out and said, "Here you go. We're going to bring you under our umbrella, and we're going to create stuff." This is what happens. People start. Things get taken away from them, and they're like, and they didn't appreciate them. They're like, "What? Wait, I don't understand. I'm confused. Why did they get taken away from me? I was gonna go. I was gonna audition for that play next year. I was getting in shape. That's what I was doing. I was getting in shape. I was like, boom, 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 right? And then because you didn't vote, because you didn't donate, because you didn't have a voice that was heard so someone else could hear it and acknowledge it. They could either criticize you or applaud you, right? Well, you ain't got a pot to piss in. I told my friends and colleagues, I said, I don't have a pot to piss in. I'll sign my name to any letter you put out there because I believe in arts for the people, by the people, for the people. Arts for, by, for the people, right? But look at this, y'all. I can't make this shit up. Song of the Siren. Look at that shit. We just talked about that earlier, and it's right there. That car. That is some amazing shit right there. This is why I wish the studio would watch this. Because I'm not that, excuse my language, I'm not that clever. Look at that right there. Song of the Siren. The call, the summoning, the voice. Look at that, to acknowledge. Come on! Oh my God, it's amazing. It's fantastic. All right, it's fantastic. But we have to start building. We have to start growing. We have to start supporting the artists. We have to start supporting the investigators, because there are a lot of investigators out there that are great. There are also some out there that are not so great, and they give us a bad name, right? You talk about it, people talk about the industry, the film industry. People are like, people just want to be famous, and that's not it. People just don't want to have to work. Anybody who has to work for a living, like really work for a living, will tell you that sucks. I talk to people all day, every day, right? And recently, they, when you go to work for somebody else, you're always going to be graded. It's just going to happen. And I get graded on a regular basis. And I don't know about you, but I don't like being graded. But I had to answer that call, right? So this job provides me my insurance. This job does this. This job does that, right? This job allows me to build the bigger house that I want to build. This job allows me to do that. It's not forever. I'm going to get back to where I was. I'm going to get back to part of my life that made me happy. You can do it too. You can do it too. Just because you get on a train, it takes you somewhere. Doesn't matter. You can find out where you need to be, right? If you would have told me 4 years ago, 5 years ago that I'd have a kid, I'd be like, or 7 years ago. Let's say 7 years ago. I'd be like, right? But as I hear him jeering and jerking in the back, I'm like, oh my God, it's the greatest blessing in the world. We all have our things. Farewell to the moon. Let me tell you, these cycle energies and stuff, let me tell you. I don't know about y'all, but this eclipse energy that came through, I don't know if American retrograde is still going on. If it's not, it's almost over. We'll teach you how to appreciate and enjoy the lunar light and cycles. I don't know if I can appreciate that cycle. It was like, I felt like I was in the universe's laundromat. I was like, right? That's how I felt. And it was a pain in the. And can you imagine how the teachers feel at this university who put their blood, sweat, and tears into building this university, to know that someone's going to come in and take that away? Let me tell you, every lesson we get from the universe, we have to learn how to appreciate it. I don't know about y'all, but I've been there. I've gotten the letter from the school, from the university. Please donate this. We need your help. And you're like, oh, but I need my own help. I got to pay Hulu bill. I got to pay this bill. I got to pay that bill. I got doctor's bills. We got bills. And then, but here's the thing. here's the thing. We have to learn to say, okay, I don't have a lot, but I have this and I can give this. So this disrespectful act, I will call it that because I have a voice and I'm a human being. People forget that. You have a voice. You have a voice. Now, some people aren't going to like it. Some people be like, I don't like your voice. I think it is this, that, and those. But you know what? This university taught me how to use my voice. One of the first classes I ever failed was voice and actor. And I was so mad at this teacher. I was so angry. I was so mad. Let me tell you, I was so furious. I thought I was actor man, Seth David Sutilli. That's what I thought I was. And this lady who knew that doing this was going to challenge me, who knew it was going to piss me off, who knew that it was going to be the test, right? It was my chance to pull the sword from the stone, right? It was my chance to see if I had that Arthurian energy inside me. And I did. I chose to say, okay, I failed your class. That's on me. I fought it. I ain't going to lie. Tooth and nail. I did not win. Because I didn't have, my notes were all shitty, right? But I learned because I went and I started reading books on voice and I got books on and then I could appreciate Linklater. I got to train with Linklater. I think it's Christian. Is it Christian Linklater? Voice and the actor. And I learned it because that woman failed me that first semester, whatever it was, first quarter. Is it quarter? Is that how it works in college? I think it's quarter, right? I learned that I had to come back. I learned that the body was not just, oh, I have to learn how to dance. I have to learn how to put on makeup. I have to learn. I don't have to do it well, but I have to learn and I have to respect the art form. As a paranormal investigator, you have to learn and respect the craftsmanship and the art form of that. As a medium, as an intuitive, there's art and there's craft. I don't care what anybody says, it's the truth, right? If I go in and I talk to somebody, I say, well, let me tell you. So you're telling me that there's a ghost in this house. Well, that automatically puts on Scooby, Scooby-Doo, where are you? I need the world to be now. You can count on me, it's Scooby-Doo. Yeah, right? When you hear ghost, like, whoo, right? And then I also think of troubling kids when I think of ghost, right? You say spirit, that gives a little bit more of a religious connotation to it. You're like, okay. That's interesting. We can go there, right? Theater and film, same difference. Theater, you think, oh, I'm going to get all dressed up and I'm going to sing a song or I'm going to put a mask on, right? In film, you're like, I got to talk real quiet like this. I've got to hit my mark like this. I've got to make sure I don't spike the camera, right? We have to learn that each thing, theater, film, paranormal activity, spirituality, readings, investigations, people like to, you can put lipstick on a pig as much as you want. It's still a pig, right? That's just it's how it goes. But if you bring that pig in, right? Like Charlotte, I call it the Webb theory. Charlotte Webb made Wilbur an amazing pig, right? Saw the beauty in that pig, right? You have to find the beauty in your life. You have to find the beauty in what you do, right? You have to find the beauty and you have to find the passion and the love and the desire. And so I hate to see when people who've done that and then they get run over, right? Because of money. But the money makes the world go round. It does. And people in the South, like in the South, you have people who are like sports, and that's the world, excuse me. Sports. And I think sports are great. I think sports teach you discipline, teach you teamwork, teach you that there's always a bigger dog in the yard, teach you time management, teach you uh, how to go out there and knock somebody on their ass. They teach you things. It's important. I think the arts are important, right? You know, what is it, the quote Oscar Wilde said, right? When bankers go to dinner, they talk about art. When artists go to dinners, they talk about money. And that blows my mind because the quotes that you have, these great things that you have, these great sayings that you have, these great expressions that you have, people will say them to make a point, but they won't know what the hell they're saying. I am the all-time, I do this on a regular basis. I'll be like, I need a quote on money problems. Instead of saying, I'm going to make a quote on money problems. We've gotten lazy, ladies and gentlemen. We've gotten lazy. So we're trying to get back to that part of us that made us feel good inside, that made us feel like, hey, reflections are the way life used to be. Reflections are the way you touch me. Ooh. Trying to beat anybody? Okay, guess not. All right, let's pull this book out. The Fundamentals of Astrology by Heather Ariel. And let's just see. Okay. The second house, your ability to grow your finances through earned income is receiving a special blessing right now. From your words to God's ears. Hallelujah. Praise Jesus. Let go what you no longer need. Ask yourself, have I become too attached to my things? Okay, message received, God. So if y'all don't know, my wife, I have lots of stuff, right? Y'all can imagine I have lots and lots of shit. And when my mom passed away, when we moved, when I moved out of her house, I took a lot of her stuff, my family stuff, and I got a lot of it. I got a lot of furniture. I got lots of stuff. Trinkets. I love trinkets. Like I said, if y'all ever have trinkets y'all want to send to me, because you don't want them anymore, like little people or little persons or whatever, you can always shoot me an email, and we can get that taken care of. So the second house is talking about breadwinner. Your ability to grow your finances through earned income is receiving a special blessing right now. So I want to send that out all to y'all. I want to send y'all out a blessing of breadwinning. No, and I can't make this shit up. We're eating breadsticks in the back right now. That's no shit. That's hand to God truth. If I could move my camera back there, Virginia, if you're watching, take a picture on your phone, post it in the chat that y'all eating breadsticks. We're eating breadsticks. Ruled by Taurus and the planet Venus, the second house governs passions and movable objects, furniture, which we were just talking about, jewelry, appliance, books, and clothes, which I have lots of. The home falls under the dominion of the fourth house, since it's not considered to be a movable object. Think of the second house as the house of values and self-esteem. When the house is activated, natally or by transit, ask yourself, what is it that I truly value? Are my values in need of an upgrade? Ideas, beliefs, attitudes, and personal possessions should all be up for review. One thing most of us value is money. And this house does not represent your earned income. The breadwinner, your ability to grow your finances through earned income is receiving a special blessing right now. Upon your eyes to the possibilities that surround you. So I think a lot of people have some possibilities that are coming around. Ask your guides, ask your angels, your saints, and just the world for assistance that will gently lead you in the right direction. Money, money, money. Money. Money, 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 money. Okay. So here's the message. Let go of what you no longer need. Ask yourself, have I become too attached to my things? If so, now is a great time to let go of whatever no longer serves you. Clean your house. No, Josh, I haven't been acting in a while. I might get back into that next year. Getting my teeth fixed, and I just got a lot, working on the house, getting the studio set up. When we get a new house, and so y'all, if y'all can send me energy that way, that'd be great. I'm gonna send y'all energy as well. All right, here we go. Another card, another card. I got 4 people watching. Oh my goodness. Climb every mountain. Y'all ever heard that song? It's time to be the mountain goat and begin your ascent. Capricorn. That is my son's. I believe that's my son's zodiac. Upright card. Climb every mountain. It's time to be the mountain goat and begin your ascent. So we're climbing up, right? We're getting up. We're saying, oh, yes, today is the day. I'm no longer being that little slug on the porch, right? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be the mountain goat. I'm going to climb up every damn mountain that I can. On December 22nd, the sun moves into Capricorn, the 10th sign of the zodiac, and remains there until January 19th. The expansive and optimistic energy of the Sagittarius is transformed into the sober, practical, and restrictive energy of the Capricorn. Ruled by Saturn, Capricorn is an earthly sensible sign, imparting its natives with all the tools they need to manifest in the real world. Self-discipline, we talked about that with the sports. Individual initiative, we talked about that with the sports. And a strong work ethic, we talked about that with the sports. Imagine the goat, the Capricorn, the symbol climbing up the mountain. It may take a while, but by simply putting one foot or hoof in front of the other, the goat always reaches the top. In other words, with methodical, meticulous, consistent efforts, Capricorns are almost always up to reach their goals. The adults of zodiacs, Capricorns feel right at home in positions of authority, and often in later years are revered as sages and elders of their communities. The sign is strongly connected to family tradition and status where there is something worthy of being passed down, such as a family business, great wealth, or a title in the case of royalty. And this way, the sign embodies permanence and longevity. Capricorns ask themselves not what they want to do, but what they should do. I think we all have to ask ourselves that. What do you want? No, what should I do? Just like I should have donated to that school. Even though I didn't like that school, I should have donated. I should have, because then I would have had a voice. Then I would have said, hey, not so fast. Right? Capricorns choose to feel their duties and responsibilities, even when they feel like burdens. I think a lot of people feel like that now. I think a lot of people are with feeling they have these obligations that are feeling like burdens. A lot of times, you feel obligated to this, that, these, and those, and you can't even get to this because of that, these, and those. You're just like, right? Right? It's hard. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. So be aware. Be aware. That's all I'm going to say. Be aware. Give me a second. I'm looking at something. Da, da, da. Okay. All right. Medically, Capricorns rule as the skeleton, knees, teeth, skin, hair, and gallbladder. In health readings, Capricorn is associated with dental issues, skin, and bone disorders, deafness, depression, chronic inflammatory conditions, and pituitary tumors. Okay. So that's just interesting about this little book here. Little book here. It's interesting. Y'all have any questions? Y'all have any comments? Y'all have any concerns? You have anything that you want to hear, say, talk about, do? Do not hesitate. Do not hesitate. Please say, I want a message in a bottle. Can I get a message from the universe? Can I get a message in a bottle. Can I get a message from the universe? Okay. So first thing we're going to look at is coming up for air. And this is very important. We have to learn the art of breathing. Going back to Freeing the Natural Voice. If you have not read Freeing the Natural Voice, Voice and the Actor, both are great books. Breathing deep, entering into life, exchange of life, bringing energies. There's a reason when you're people when you're doing CPR. I haven't had CPR. I don't think I've ever had CPR done on me. But that exchange of my breath going into your body and back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, so that you can come back to life. That shows you that that's an energy, that's a power, that's a strength. Anne Marie Young wants a message. Anne Marie Young wants a message. All right, we got the mirror, Anne Marie Young. So here we go. Know thyself, self-examination, seeing who you really are. We got a lot of things about reflection here. So I think a lot of things that we're about to start seeing, a lot of things that we saw probably the last 2 or 3 years start to come up. I read an article the other day where it's like, well, we got Johnny Depp at trial. We have Will Smith hitting Chris Rock. Two of the people who were the biggest names in the industry are now being persecuted or on trial, either by court or by public opinion. And I think we have to be very aware. Yet ye who has not sinned, cast the first stone. You have the right to say whatever you want to say, but if we weren't there, we don't know, right? And these reflections going on, the stuff that's going on in our life right now, there's a lot of reflection shit happening. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of past behaviors that probably necessarily weren't the best. Like, I'm just gonna go see my friend down the street. We're just gonna get into it like we used to do. And then you're like, oh shit, I can't do that. I can't go down the street with my friend because we used to do some crazy shit. And just as there's a hero in all of us, there's also a villain in all of us. The yin and yang principle here, ladies and gentlemen. Jake, hold on. Go sit down. Jake. So we all just have to be aware. All right? We have to be aware of the mirrors. We have to be aware of the flowers that are just out there to get us, to pull us in. We have to be aware. A lot of times we look in the mirror, we gain a sense of freedom. Like, I can be better. I can be better. I can be better. You can be better. Trust in me. So, Joshua, here's the thing with that. You have the energy. You have the ability. As Virginia says, 2 paths. You can take it on the chin. Poof. It's going to hurt like hell. Right? You got to ask yourself, is it worth going down to that level? Is it worth? Because the greatest revenge, well, how is revenge best served? Cold. Now, some people are like, I've got to get away. I've got to fly away. Right? We've all got to do that. We do. Sometimes. But I think the most important thing is we also have to learn that with freedom, there also can come imprisonment, independence, and self-determination. We have to learn that if you are free, there's a reason why you are free. Oh, no. y'all still there? I think I lost you. Okay, here you go. All right. Because when you're not free, you're trapped in a soul cage, ladies and gentlemen. When you're trapped in a soul cage. And the soul cage, you can be rescued, but you have to give them the key. You have to give the other person a key. You have to let them breathe their life into you to resuscitate you. You have to let go of these yearnings for this, that, these, and those. We have to let go of the yearning. Again, there's something coming, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's aliens. I don't know what it is. But there's something coming. I would probably say in the next 2 to 3 months, there's going to be something coming that's going to probably come from the ocean. I would bet. There's going to be something coming. I feel like there's an energy that is just permeating, that is bubbling. I keep seeing this bubbling effect, like. And we know the ancients, right? Water is the life source, right? I think Cat Williams says it best. Water comes from God. We know how to make water. Greatest thing in the world, H2O, right? Not everybody can make it. So we have to be aware of our homeland. We have to defend where we're coming from, where we're going. We have to know where we are. Well, Joshua, that is your prerogative, but I would say this: don't walk away from her spiritually. Don't walk away from her spiritually. I had a friend I thought I would never talk to ever again. I prayed for her every day. I wished her well every day. I thanked her for the lessons that she taught me. And one day I saw something on Facebook or something. I said, I just want to send this to you. I think you'll appreciate it. And we talked, and it was great. These messages that you receive that come in, right? As we're this bubbling that's happening, the things that are ready to explode. And I think a lot of people, a lot of great art, you're going to look back in, 30 or 40 years, and they're going to see a lot of great art was born out of COVID-19. It is. Because a lot of people were trapped in their own soul cages, and either they were confined, just trapped, and all they had was their four walls and their computer screen, right? And I think if you looked, right, I think if you look, somebody does it in 20 or 30 years and sees what new paths were forged because of COVID. You can look at it. Movies don't stay that long in the theater. That's a good and a bad thing. But it means more movies come in. More product. Means more jobs. Right? You have the streaming giants. You have HBO Max. You have Disney Plus. You have Peacock, Paramount Plus. You have all these streaming giants, and they put out this stuff. You have Hulu, right? All these different shows, all these different entertainment conglomerates. If you look at it now, you get to see. It's probably the first time I used to be caught up on all the TV shows that were out there, and now I just can't. Now there are too many. Like I have my wife's currently watching Gaslit, and she's watching First Ladies. And we started watching The Offer last night, or I started watching it. She's been watching it, and there's a lot of good stuff. There's a lot of good stuff out there. We've got to make our choices, and just like Joshua, if you made your choice to walk away, that's your choice. That's your prerogative, right? And so, I think you have to understand that you are reclaiming your authenticity. That's what you're doing. You're reclaiming your authenticity. And as we reclaim our authenticity, we are looking back. We're realigning and defining who we are. No, Joshua, I don't think so. I think Halo is great. I think Joe Pickett is great. The Star Trek series are amazing. There's a lot of good stuff out there. Anything of Sheridan's, he puts it on Peacock. I think it's amazing. And then you'll have that point. You will have the point where there's too much, and you just saw that with the CW. CW just cut a lot of shows, shows that you would never think would get cut, and they cut them. Because you have to realign, you have to redefine, you have to recapture, right? You have to reclaim that IP. You have to say, okay, we did it with this. We'll put it in the bake oven for about 350 days, and then we'll come back to it, and maybe it's ready to come out and be served. You see this in the WWE. You see stories. You're like, oh, it's great. This whole acknowledge me storyline, bloodline is great. It's going to probably build up to Roman Reigns versus The Rock. That's great. It's a great payoff. But then you see how different things in industries are being affected by different things. And so you have to look and you have to say, okay, you have to appreciate time. You have to AT it. Appreciate time. If you don't AT it, right, then it's going to really knock you on your ass. You have to appreciate time. And time heals all wounds. It really does. And I truly believe that. I truly believe it heals all wounds. I think we just have to get together and say, okay, let's see what else we got. Time and tide. Okay. So you have to let it go, right? And let it come back. Right? I'm telling you, y'all get ready because there's a yearning out there. There's a yearning out there, and it's longing to be acknowledged. It's longing to be heard. It's longing to be understood from whatever that is, whatever that could be. Right? It's a little impossible. So until 10, I'm going to do a guided meditation. If you want to send this over to your friends and colleagues and countrymen, that's great. There's not too many people watching right now. So we're just going to do that. All right, here we go. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to imagine a soul cage, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to imagine a soul cage. And I want you to look at the bars. I want you to look at the bars of the soul cage. I want you to see the intentions. I want you to see what's there. I want you to see the light coming down onto your face and onto your eyes and onto your body. As you look at it and you see the intentions, you see the past, you see the things, you see other people who've been in the soul cage there. And they've been trapped in the soul cage and they want free. They want to be free just like you. They want their freedom. They need their freedom. As they're free, they also are looking at the mirror because this prison is a mirror, ladies and gentlemen. And you're going to feel like at times that you are adrift in the ocean by yourself, all by yourself. And this is where you're going to let go. You're going to learn how to let go of things, and you're going to allow a higher force to show you how to break the mirror without getting bad luck, right? How to take charge, how to use the shards of glass to cut the ropes that you have bound yourself with, or that the circumstances have bound yourself with, because there is what? A hero in all of us, right? And sometimes you're going to feel like you're upside down. Sometimes you're going to feel like you're upside down, that you're adrift and you're locked in this prison, right? And you can see the bars, and you can see the glass, the bars, and there's glass on the other side. So you have to learn how to break. So you have to go through the pain and the agony, and you got to shatter it. You got to go boom. So what we're going to do, I want you to imagine that I'm helping you shatter your glass box, right? That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. You ready? Here we go. Make sure your hands are protected. And then boom. Boom. Whew. And feel the vibration and feel the shaking. Feel it break inside you. Feel the release. See the light come shining down from the sun and the moon. Because you've been underwater and you've been yearning to get back up. I'm just trying to get back up. Lord God, let me get back up. Lord, let me get back up. I need to get back up. Just like these theater departments, just like these art departments, just like these religion departments, just like these English departments, humanities departments, just all go into the wayside because of what is now no longer our currency. It was for about 2 or 3 years, but not now. It's amazing. It's amazing what went to the doldrums. So if we break the glass, we're going to find our sanctuary. So you're going to take that glass. I don't know if you've ever seen Superman, but the Phantom Zone. It looks like pieces of glass. Right? I'm going to throw you a piece of glass. Ready? Here we go. Now get on and start riding it. You're going to see a sun. You're going to go into that sun. Ready? And you're going to capture that sun. As you capture that sun, you're going to ignite with a fire. You're going to get bright and glorious and beautiful. And you're going to have divine sensuality. You're going to have a connection of making love. Right? Remember that first time you ever made love or experienced love? I want you to feel that. I want you to feel the first great time of experiencing love. Right? I want you then to feel the endurance to keep going. All right? So as you're glazing through this dimension, this energy field, keep going. See the blues and the yellows, and I want you to feel finally like you're part, that you're there. Even though you might have walked away from things in the last 3 years. It's time to go back to the drawing board. Pick up your pen, pick up your paper, pick up your canvas. Go back to the gym. I got to go there too. So let's go. Let's be accountability partners and say, if you worked out this week, next week I want you to say, Suits, you worked out? I'm going to try. Lord God, I'm going to try. We got to make a sacrifice. To get the good, we got to put in the good. There are those worth making. There are worth those. There are those worth making. There are those that will destroy you. Wow. So just as you're gliding through on this portal in this dimension, this glass, right? Right? This one piece of that prison. Because when we have these pieces of these prisons, it is our reminder. It is our reminder to know that we can gain strength, that we can gain power, that we can gain love and light, that we can become better. That we can engage, right? That we can engage. So finally, we're going to reach this great place, a glass world, right? We're going to reach this glass world. Because what can we do if we're in a glass house? We can't throw rocks, right? If we throw rocks, what happens? Things shatter. But this is your new world, a reflective world where you reflect. And when you're ready to get out of this world, you say the words, you say, I am ready to receive. I am ready to engage. I am ready to appreciate time. I'm ready to appreciate life. I'm ready to appreciate the obstacles because by damn, there's a hero inside me or a heroine inside me. And you know what? I've gotten some messages from some friends and they're calling me and they're saying, hey, you want to wine and dine at 6? You want to get out? You want to get that transformation rocking and rolling? Right? Because this is how everybody's world is going to look very soon. You're going to have a transformative world. A transformative world. Because a snake is going to come in, it's going to wrap itself around, and it's just going to devour this world. It's going to change the world, but it starts with you. Enough snakes become one big snake, right? Though we are many, we are one body, right? And we're this one snake, and we're going to take this world, right? We're going to take this world, and we're going to wrap ourselves around it. And we're going to know that the snake is going to shed its skin. And when the snake sheds its skin, right? The memories are going to go away. Are going to stay. All right. But let's be a little bit more clear. A bit more clear. And there's going to be dragons inside. And there's going to be people. And there's going to be existence. It starts with you. It starts with you. That's where it starts. The transformation, the change starts with you. So for all those department heads who are losing their departments, who are out there searching for jobs, guess what? You're going to get a blessing because you have been down on the ground. You've been begging the stars in the sky, please let me just get through. Please let me make sure that these amazing students, these amazing artists, these amazing people have a chance to share the greatness that is our humanity. Because they have a pearl within them that deserves to be free. Remember that goat energy. Climbing the mountain. And you can do it. You can do it. You have to believe in yourself. You got to say, I'm a hero. Now, I might not be a hero like, some people, but I'm a hero in another sense. Right? Well, one of the great quotes I've heard recently because when you're a dad, you hear things, is that you are your children's hero. Don't ever give them reason not to think so. You are your children's Batman, Superman. You are. You are. Don't ever give them a reason to not think so. As advocates, we have to learn. As artists, we have to learn. As investigators, we have to learn that there are rules, there are regulations, there are guidelines, and they're there for a reason. Because someone did some stupid shit one time, right? I did some stupid stuff. I've done plenty. I'm not going to lie. I've done plenty. I've trapped myself in many a soul cages. I'm like, let me out, right? And I didn't know I could, boom, hit that glass wall and shatter it and take that shard and cut that rope and then get on one of them glass pieces, the big pieces, and ride it up to the surface and then ride it into the sky. I did not know that, but I learned it. And that's what we do here. So we do on the Things Network. We do in the world. We learn things. We grow. We become better. We take the obstacle. We say, obstacle, what can you teach me today? Obstacle, what can you teach me today? How can you teach me to be better? How can you teach me to be better? Right? And a lot of people say, well, this is what happens, man. I'm going to tell you what happens. This is what happens. People get trapped down in that ocean because they're yearning for something they're never going to get. How many artists drown because they can't ever reach that? They don't ever get that one phone call. They're just waiting by the phone. And that's how it used to be in Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen. That's how it used to be. But now you can't wait by the phone. They have something called a cell phone. I don't know if you know about this. It's a little thing like this, right? So you don't have to wait by the phone, right? You pick up the phone. Hello. Well, I'm too busy making my own art right now. But if you want to leave a message, give me a call. I've always wanted to leave that message. So one day, that's my goal, to be able to leave that message. I'm too busy making my own art. I'll get back to you soon. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure talking to you tonight. It's been a pleasure talking to you tonight. Make sure you stay next for Ghost Box Live, right, with Greg. Let me see something. So, yeah, you have to learn. You have to learn. You have to be free. Okay, so I'm going to leave some beautiful cards with you tonight. Some beautiful cards with you tonight. You're so welcome, Joshua. Thank you for always staying tuned and watching. And like I said, soon we're going to have a YouTube station. We're going to have a YouTube station where Sundays with Suits, and I'm going to try to do a show every day. I used to do that on Facebook, so I'm going to try to do it again. I've just been working so much that excuses, as my dad would say. If you want to do something, do it. So here we go. I do whatever I need to do to keep my inner world peaceful. Wow. My inner peace is essential for my health and well-being. Okay? It is safe for me to look inside for my peace of mind. All right? I'm a precious being loved by the universe. As I increase the love I have for myself, so does the universe. So as you love yourself, the universe will love you. Yin and yang, balance. You have to learn it. It's essential. So all the people trapped in those soul cages down in that deep sea of yearning, get ready, because we're sending you some hammers, right? And here we go. Hammer 1. Hammer 2. Hammer 3. Hammer 4. Hammer 5. Hammer 6. Hammer 7. Hammer 8. Hammer 9. Hammer 10. Break free. Release yourself from all of these things. Remember, break free. Pow! Break free. Pow! Like, love, and share this video for me if you will. I'm going to tune out early tonight, ladies and gentlemen, because the messages have been great. They've been there. Make sure you're staying next for Greg in Ghostbox Live. Ladies and gentlemen, Ghostbox Live next with Greg. I love and accept each member of my wonderful family. I love and accept each and every one of you. I think y'all are amazing. Y'all are great. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you coming in and watching. They in turn love and adore me. All is well in my world. All is well that ends well. I bless my family with love. I bless you with love and light. Onward, upward, greatness abounds. Soak up that humanity. Create your art. Make your impact with the army of now, so our children and their children don't have to have armies. No, they can run the fields with the fairies. They can dive in the oceans or the ponds. They can yell and scream off their little head. They won't be wearing gloves and masks. They'll remember that life is good. Life is great. Life's a blessing. So raise your glass, raise your flask, raise whatever serves your task. I've been Seth David Suits Healy. This has been Sundays with Suits. It's been great to be back. See you next Sunday back here at the Wolf's Bear Den. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, make sure you email me sundayswithsuits at gmail.com or the eccentric medium at gmail.com. Y'all been great. Blessings and light and love. Uga Sooth.